What if, overnight, the world changed and dinosaurs returned not as fossils but as living, breathing giants? Imagine the shock a fisherman glimpses a shadow larger than any whale, a farmer finds dinner plate footprints in his fields, and strange calls echo from the rainforests. At first, these reports would be dismissed as hoaxes, but soon, the evidence would be undeniable. The news would explode across every screen, the world would pause, gripped by awe and fear, governments would scramble for answers, and the foundations of our understanding would be shaken. Humanity would face a new reality. We are no longer the planet's only rulers. The return of dinosaurs would force us to see our world and ourselves with new eyes. The past would no longer be history. It would walk among us. We'd be humbled, reminded of our fragility. The age of human dominance would end. The age of coexistence would begin, ready or not. Our daily lives, our priorities, even our dreams, everything would change. The world would become a place of wonder and uncertainty once more. Cities would be thrown into chaos as dinosaurs appeared. Imagine Compsognathus darting through Rome's alleys, or a Triceratops grazing in Central Park, indifferent to the crowds. The countryside would transform, herds of iguanodon in English fields, T-Rex roaring across the American West. Oceans would reveal plesiosaurs gliding near the surface, while Mosasaurus lurked in the depths, challenging our understanding of the sea. Nature would adapt. Rivers reshaped by Spinosaurus, forests cleared by sauropods, and smaller animals forced to evolve new survival strategies. The familiar sounds of the wild would be joined by thunderous footsteps and ancient calls. The ecosystem would be thrown into beautiful, chaotic flux. Earth would become a living, breathing time machine. Fear would grip the world, a primal terror at the sight of a T-Rex on the news. Cities would impose curfews, parents would worry, and the world would feel unsafe in a way it hadn't for millennia. But excitement would surge too. Viral videos of dinosaur sightings would captivate billions. People would gather for a glimpse, turning the world into a real-life adventure park. Curiosity would take over. What do they eat? How do they live? The quest for answers would unite us. News and documentaries would focus on dinosaur behavior, not politics. Emotions would collide, fear, awe, and wonder, within each of us. Scientists would be thrilled and terrified in equal measure. Humanity would be forced to emotionally adjust to a world suddenly much bigger than we ever imagined. For scientists, this would be a golden age. Paleontologists would finally study living dinosaurs, answering questions that have lingered for centuries. Every day would bring new discoveries, colors, sounds, behaviors, rewriting the book of life. Families would turn road trips into dinosaur safaris, and bedtime stories would become true tales of the giants outside. Children would adapt fastest, seeing not monsters, but magnificent animals, naming them, drawing them, accepting them as part of their world. Education would transform, biology classes would be thrilling, and zoos would become sanctuaries for research and protection. New jobs would emerge: dinosaur trackers, habitat specialists, paleo-veterinarians. Society would reorganize around this new reality, driven by wonder and the pursuit of knowledge. The world would become a shared classroom, full of constant learning. The magic of discovery would unite generations. To survive, humanity would have to adapt, fast. Cities might build elevated walkways, highways would have dinosaur corridors, and buildings would be reinforced for accidental bumps from giants. We'd develop new ways to protect livestock and endangered species, and perhaps even see new symbiotic relationships form. Dino tourism would boom and new industries would rise. In some places, humans might partner with dinosaurs. Imagine raptors in search and rescue, or gentle herbivores as therapy animals. Our relationship would shift from fear to respect, and eventually collaboration. Imagine waking up to a brachiosaurus outside your window, or children riding ankylosaurs to school. Cities would blend with wilderness and the past would merge with the present. The world would be louder, wilder, and infinitely more magical. It would be a planet truly alive.